Cancer, welcome back to Emperor's Light. It's me, Antonio, back with another channel tarot card message for you guys today. I actually got to pick a card reading for you guys. So, yeah, you got choices today. You got options. Come in liking, subscribing to the channel. Tell a friend about the channel so that we can add value and continue to grow. Yep. Let's get into your messages today. I'll make sure I timestamp the two different piles or the two different boxes or decks. So this is going to be an extended reading for you today, Cancer. Let's see what Spirit has to say in regards to your current energies, what's currently surrounding you, what's coming towards you, what's the spiritual or therapeutic advice. And we're going to start with the first deck. So this is going to be pile 1 or choice 1. The Lord of the Rings deck. Yeah, we've been having an interesting morning so far. Found myself coming out of my clamshell for a little bit of motivational speaking this morning in front of the library. Yeah, the spirits are rattled a little bit. People are rattled a little bit, right? People are spirits. But let's get into it. Pile 1, deck 1. Let's see what Spirit currently has in store for you. Already a few jumpers. Do I want to take those? What do we have? The 10 of Swords, the Knight of Cups, Knight of Swords, and the 3 of Wands. Interesting. Let's put these back into the deck. Get some shuffling going on. Yeah. So I'm actually out in the grass, out in nature, right under the trees, getting a little bit of fresh air, some vitamin D. Telling a little bit of my testimony today to the people. How I don't take as much medication as most people take, man. I try to get the natural medicine from outdoors. So I'm not sure if you're currently working on your health routines right now or you currently take medication. You might want to look into some natural remedies. Cancer, right? That's nurturing energy. So that's the mother energy. So you learn how to take care of yourself. You learn how to take care of your people, right? Children, friends, family, those sorts of things. All right, let's get into your message, pile 1. What the Spirit has to say for Cancer today through the cartomancy. Any jumpers? All right, I guess no jumpers for Cancer today in pile 1. Your grounded message, 3 of Swords, third parties. So with this channel being about love, right, the highest vibration of them all, is this currently heartbreak or some sort of a third party energy? Cheating possibly? Could be a misunderstanding, falsehoods in friendship. Let's make sure we get the camera set right. And then we have the 3 of Wands. Traveling, possibly? This is my meeting someone halfway card. So, was this a trip? An unsuccessful trip? Meeting up with someone? Not sure what I'm getting here. The grounded message being 3 of Swords, and then your first card out, 3 of Wands. This could be hesitation when it comes to traveling or some sort of a movement or relationship. Ace of Swords. Clarity here. Yeah, this has to be some sort of a travel, some sort of a flight. Now, the Ace of Swords symbolizes a new thought form or a new idea, possibly an aha moment. It's also the truth, right? We've heard it as that term, the sword of truth. Angel, I was talking to someone about Archangel Michael this morning. His sword of truth. We got the Knight of Swords. So, yeah, this is an argument, possibly. Swords typically in the tarot are an indication of war. I just relegated myself to our thoughts, the way we talk, that sort of thing, right? Speech can be a very powerful thing. So I'm not sure if you're dealing with an argument right now at this time, or you're teaching people, getting some sort of an idea across. Maybe you're a motivational speaker or some sort of a lecturer. 2 of Swords. Okay. 444 just passed on the clock. Yeah, some sort of an idea or a misunderstanding. Something's going over someone's head and they're missing the message. Or this is blocked communication here. Indecision, not making a choice. The Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, someone may miss their blessing here. This is in regards to the Ten of Rings is the Ten of Pentacles. So this would be like abundance. Wow. I just watched this gigantic lizard run across the grass full speed. All right. But yeah, that's abundance, right? Monies, right? That's financial success, wealth, generational wealth, legacy, and that sort of thing, right? This is what you would get after a long, either a hard day's work or just a long journey of work, right? Getting that harvest and having enough to share it with people. Then we have the King of Cups showing up on top of the Three of Wands. Yeah, this could be someone, if this is not third parties, this could just be someone that's very popular. They're sharing their attention amongst a group of people. Yeah, this definitely could be like a traveling comedian possibly, or some sort of a traveling artist. The King of Cups is very empathic, very intuitive. So you could be dealing with a healer or some sort of a soft-spoken teacher. Maybe not so soft-spoken. Could be some sort of a spiritualist or clairvoyant as well. Yep, Ten of Cups. So a 10-10 synchronicity here. So having the Ten of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups show up is like great abundance, right? That's a portal. Tens are also closing out a cycle. Again, hard work. That Ten of Pentacles is getting some sort of a payoff, possibly multiple payoffs. I'm getting, I'm getting like someone throwing roses at someone's feet, kind of like someone on stage, right? The opposite of getting tomatoes thrown at you. Someone throwing roses at someone's feet, but again, with it being Ten of Pentacles, it could be anything, right? Anything tangible, but I'm guessing it's money or some sort of a payment. But with the Ten of Cups, this is also the same thing. Someone throwing their emotions at you. This is great abundance, happiness, wish fulfillment, a big family. On top of Ace of Swords. Yeah, speaking to, this could be opening up a group of people's intuition or psychic capabilities, right? Learning about empathy and intuition. Some sort of a new idea. Maybe someone's looking at a painting. You know how people would look at a painting and they would get inspired by painting, or like how music, which transcends language. Yeah, Three of Swords, and then the Two of Swords, and then the Ace of Swords. Truth comes out. Like how music is the universal language, right? And it can also sway the emotions of people, right? I was telling someone earlier this morning about how laughter is one of the best medicines as well. The Five of Pentacles, right? Physical displacement, a change up in finances. This could even be financial hardship. Not sure if someone's tearing down something to rebuild it. I'm not getting gentrification. Comes out on top of the Nine of Swords. So this could be definitely a speech about finances. Maybe you're teaching someone about finances, or you're at some sort of a seminar in regards to finances, or this is the current energy around you. This is a conversation about finances. Truths are being revealed here. There's a very caring personality here, though. They may talk harshly, though. Yeah, harshly. Strength. Strength comes out on top of the Two of Swords. So Leo energy. A little bit of bravery, a little bit of confidence. Nothing wrong with that. You would hear it say, and women say it usually, it's not what you said, it's how you said it. Sometimes it's not about how, it's the why they're saying it. You might want to pay attention to why they're saying it and not how they're saying it. Message. So we have Page of Cups. A young artist here, or this could be immature or young love here. Could even be dealing with students here. Young impressionable people. Someone's going to come towards you with some sort of a cup here. Not sure if it's love, a crush, some sort of infatuation. Again, this could be teaching as well, though. The King of Cups is already out. Yeah, this could be a teacher and a student here. possibly people in the same industry. We have professionals, and then we have this would be like what I'm getting in my head is you would see like a young person painting a picture or something like that, or like playing a piano. This would be like a young musician getting tips from an older musician, or a more experienced musician, should I say. We have the Temperance. Yep, some sort of a spiritualist here. What is this, church music? Or spirituality, spiritual music? So this would be like chakra music, or high frequency music, or something like that. Maybe someone's listening to. Right, you can find a lot of that stuff on YouTube. A storyteller here. The Temperance is Sagittarius, though, a great guru, some sort of a spiritualist or a traveler, an adventurer here. So yeah, this could be storytelling or something like that over some sort of a calming music, or some sort of a spiritual music here. A lot of fire energy. Oh, it's pretty windy out here today, Cancer. We got Page of Wands, content creator, a young content creator. So yeah, either or, some professional or someone that's well versed in something that's trying to teach someone younger how to do it right, or how to do it better. Page of Wands would be curiosity, a short adventure, or hiking, possibly even some sort of a new form of physical activity, possibly gym, a workout gym. This would be like light training. Yeah, dealing with a gym partner or a gym accountability partner or something like that. Again, someone's teaching something, something here. We have the King of Wands. Look at that, yeah. On top of the Five of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords. Someone is very talented here. We're dealing with leadership, inspiration. Yeah, a lot of creativity here. Very creative, actually. So you could be dealing with a content creator. Very passionate here. Very poetic is what I'm getting. We have the Knight of Cups, an offering. Some sort of a romantic offer, a date, someone offering a cup. Again, this could be offering insight. Comes out on top of Strength, and then which came out on top of Two of Swords. So yeah, someone's showing someone, I'm almost getting like someone's in a box and someone's teaching someone how to think outside the box here. Whether that's mentally or emotionally, artistically. Box dancing, again, this could be a dancer, could be anything, a singer, a painter, an adventurer here, right? Showing someone the tools of a trade, right? If you want to survive out in it, if you want to go for a 20-mile hike in the desert, you got to make sure you have this amount of water, and make sure you have your peanut butter, make sure you have your beef jerky, something like that. Someone's having a conversation or trying to pass down some sort of a knowledge to someone. Now, this definitely could be spiritual knowledge. Page of Swords. So this is a bunch of young people. So what is this, Boy Scouts or Girl Scouts? We have 3 pages to show up already here in this reading. Try to get a little bit more comfortable here. Got my water. Stay hydrated, of course. Yep, we got the King of Cups. And we got the Page of Cups, the Knight of Cups, and the King of Cups out. And Temperance here, mixing this water here. So yeah, stay hydrated. Keeps you youthful. What else do we got? Could be an avid drinker as well. Want to hear something funny? My friends used to make fun of me when I used to chase alcohol, like chase shots of alcohol with shots of water. Yeah, Ace of Cups. Yep, a drinker here. A cup of love being offered to you here. This could even be intuition, empathy, some sort of a joy. This could be laughter, offering someone some sort of a laughter. Doesn't necessarily have to be romantic, right? But yeah, a nice gesture, possibly even. This is how you win over a crowd of people. Yep. It's a lot of water showing up here. So a lot of Cancerian, Piscean, and Scorpionic energy here. We have the Knight of Wands, the Wounded Warrior. Like I said, laughter is the best medicine. This may even be a rest, a drink, or something like that. Some sort of a tonic, soup, tea. Page of Wands here. This could even be, I'm sorry, yeah, Page of Wands could even be medicines here. Some sort of a spiritualist or root worker is showing someone the path to longevity. Here's what I'm getting off of the Nine of Wands, which could be, again, what else are we getting here? The Ten of Swords. Oof. This is a tough cycle that someone's closing out mentally here. Could be mentally taxed, right? Sleeplessness, even some sort of an anxiety. Yeah. That's kind of what I'm getting. I'm getting like someone went to some sort of a therapist or a healer. Could even be some sort of a spiritualist or a root worker that tried to, I'm not sure if they're getting some sort of a medicine list, a list of ingredients. Again, this could even be art and entertainment as well. Showing someone a better way to perform, right? There's street performers and there's professional performers, right? Another way I could put it is learning from schools and learning from nature. There's two different ways of learning. So there's different schools of thought here. The Two of Pentacles on top of the Knight of Cups. It actually came in the row of the Strength and the Two of Swords as well. It seems like friendship, but it's something else. Again, it could be an accountability partner. But Two of Pentacles will be juggling, right? Which is a street performer, a juggler. Someone could possibly be taking you out to an unorthodox date. Now, this could be a picnic outside versus going to like some sort of a fancy restaurant. This could be taking someone to an art exhibit or something like that versus some concert or something like that. It's definitely a date. So this is someone's love language here. They have a different way of communicating here is what this is. Now, it's still teaching here. Someone's love language could be teaching. Well, what better love language is there than that? Providing something to someone that can never be taken away versus material things. Very admirable. We have the Hierophant. Taurus energy. So we have the spiritualist out and we have the religious individual out, right? The Hierophant is a professional. Could even be an entrepreneur, strong earth energy. This could even be marriage for someone. Firm ground. Again, dealing with some sort of an accountability partner. Let's see what the fifth card out for you. Ace of Wands. So we have three aces out here. It actually comes out on top of Ace of Cups. Yeah. A new idea. We have some sort of a new creative action or some sort of a new creative pursuit here. It could be, dealing with an entrepreneur here. I just want to throw this out there. For instance, how could someone teach you something that they've never done themselves? Like people go to school for business, but are these business professors and these business teachers, do they actually have their own entrepreneurial business as well, right? It's okay for them to teach you about business and get paid whatever they're getting paid to be on the to be a teacher in college. I don't know what they call those things, to be on payroll. But can they actually teach you entrepreneurship? Like, can they actually teach you real business? I was talking to this 16-year-old this morning about learning what he needs to learn in school and the things that they actually don't teach you in school. The Eight of Wands, people coming towards you. This is also fast travel. So I'm not sure if you're traveling somewhere. Again, this could even be a workout regimen, right? There's a lot of persistence here. So I'm not sure if someone's coming on strong to someone in a situation. Or this could be like a very avid... Now, some teachers are very invested in, like some parents are very invested in their children's lives. Some teachers are very vested in the success of their students, right? Just like how a business can be looked at as a child, some teachers look at the students that they teach as their actual children, right? What else do we have here? The Hermit. Virgo, details on top of the Ten of Swords. So there's a lot that's going into the details. What else does we have here? We have the King of Wands, the Five of Pentacles, and then the Knight of Swords. Yeah, so this could be a teacher that's like always on, what is it? I know Morgan Freeman was in that movie Lean on Me, and then I talked about that Wayans family parody movie, Don't Be a Menace in the Hood. Now, it was actually a parody of another movie, Boys in the Hood. And you remember the main character's father, Lawrence Fishburne, was hard on him, right? Again, we talk about single motherhood, but what about single fatherhood? What a difference that would make in children's lives, being raised by your mother versus being raised by your father. Now, why can't you be raised by both parents? Hey, you'd have to ask the parents. Also, why aren't kids homeschooled as much? We have other people outside of the household teaching the children. This would be like learning from another culture, which there's no problem with that. This is almost like supplementing a child's education. So there's definitely multiple stories in this reading here is what I'm getting. So yeah, it's like this may not necessarily be romance, but it's a definite, I mean, there's romance here in the reading, there's love, but there's a different type of love here is what I'm getting. We have the Queen of Swords showing up. A teacher. Now this is Libra energy, a second opinion. So this could be psychology, maybe a therapist or something like that, psychiatry, a counselor. Now I'm starting to get personal vibes here. Again, an accountability partner. Maybe you only trust, there's only a handful of people or a certain person that you trust, or this is someone around you. There's a certain person that they trust with their personal thoughts, kind of like patient confidentiality, or in health, they would call it HIPAA. Yeah. Some sort of a specialist here, right? Again, going back to how could a business professor teach you about business if they don't actually own a business or practice entrepreneurship? They're just living off of a paycheck that the school board or a college endowed them with. Now we have the World card out here. Now you see the picture of a group or a gathering of a friendship, right? This is the fellowship. Talking about the Lord of the Rings deck here. Now the world, however you look at it, big or small, the internet connects us all through social media, the World Wide Web, which is the internet, right? Again, this is travel as well, being well-versed. I also taught that 16-year-old about, because I think he's going through something right now, but hardships, they grow you, right? Diamonds come out of the dirt. They talk about being holy in the Bible. In real life, it's about being wholesome, well-rounded, holy, holy. So yeah, you could be dealing with a Sagittarius, some sort of a guru or something like that, a teacher. someone that's keeping you accountable here, or someone that and it's going both ways, because I don't think someone's necessarily forcing themselves on someone here. I think there's someone respects someone's insight or someone's experience here, and then you have someone that actually cares about teaching someone here, or a group of people, because we have a group of people here in the world card, on this particular world card. They look rather happy. Family travel. Let's go ahead and take out the major arcana as we discern more messages. Yeah, a lot of pages. So yeah, this is teaching a group of people, or some sort of a collective knowledge here. At the bottom of the deck, we had Three of Swords. Yet there are some that won't pay attention, right? Third parties. Now this could be, and we've had this problem for a long time, for years, right? Some students needing more attention, right? Some students are needing more attention than other students here. Yeah, this is a counselor, guidance counselor, some sort of a specialized training or something like that. Now, the major arcana, do we have any major arcana hiding here? Yeah, we have the Hermit, of course, right? The Hermit would be hiding. So 5 major arcana. Change. We have the Hermit. We have the Hierophant, strong earth energy, Virgo and Taurus. So work, putting in the hard work, right? That's what we teach our kids. This is even what we learn every day, right? What is it? No pain, no gain. Hard work pays off. Now a new thought form, Ace of Swords, is why do you have to work hard, right? Why can't you work smarter? It could possibly be something that someone's teaching someone. Yeah. Old systems, old paradigms and ways of thinking are being transformed here or broken down. Someone didn't want to listen at first. Two of Swords, they was I don't know, maybe they were distracted, but let's finish up. We have Temperance, Strength, and the World. So strong fire sign energy, someone very passionate. The people involved in this situation are very passionate. Now, this could be traveling. Again, this could be social media, but there's definitely a lot of teaching going on. And I was saying about it going both ways. This could be, I talked about in the past about how I'm lecturing my dad at this age, and he used to lecture me a lot when I was younger. So this could be children learning something from adults, and adults learning something from children. A lot of strength, yeah, the DNA. Teaching confidence in certain areas. Temperance is bringing balance to a situation, right? Connecting the dots or connecting the threads. And the world connects us all, or the internet, the World Wide Web connects us all. Could be dealing with social media or some sort of a website. A family album, possibly. We'll deal with the aces. I see 3 of them that came up. Ace of Cups, which is new love coming towards you, also opening up someone's intuition. This could be some sort of an empathic or intuitive project. I would say artsy, but we have Ace of Wands, which is also artsy, but it's very creative. So some sort of a new creative passion project or something like that. Could also be a sex as well, the male phallus. And then we have the Ace of Swords, a new thought form, speech, thoughts, language, a new idea, aha moments, that sort of thing. I'm getting a brilliance or genius. Yeah, believe it or not, there's going to be a whole lot of walking geniuses in the future. That's the way it should be. Ace of Wands, Ace of Cups, and Ace of Swords. Let's see. Ace of Swords would also be being open-minded, right? That's how we allow new ideas to come in. Ace of Cups would be having your heart open, right? Waiting for the love to come in, or being able to experience love. What do they say? Agape love. And then the Ace of Wands would be creative, being a channel of the universe. It's also spirituality, the divine. right? Children are made through sex, right? One of the greatest creations, I like to remind people. Now the high court cards. Let's start with these pages first. Yeah, it seemed like Boy Scouts to me, but yeah, this could be a classroom. We got the Page of Swords, right? The note taker, the spy, right? Someone's possibly spying on someone. Well, again, this could be learning, right? A student. And then we have the Page of Wands. Reminds me of what Boy Scouts do, right? They do little short adventures and hikes and that sort of thing, right? This could even be when I was in high school, I took weight training classes on top of gym. So this could be a physical workout or something like that. Creativity. Page of Cups. An immature love journey, a crush, right? Could be a teacher's pet, teacher's favorite student or something like that, or even a student's favorite teacher. That cup is coming off as an apple to me, right? That was one of the things that kids used to do to show their teacher appreciation. Yeah. Getting knights. Knight of Swords and Knight of Cups. So whether the teaching is coming off as harsh or not, you can still feel the love there. Now this can indeed be a romantic offer, or yeah, again, opening up someone's mind through some sort of a new a date, an out of the ordinary date, taking someone out in nature and walking them around, right? Women would, I'm not gonna say women, but people would complain about things like that, right? Or kind of like how we don't like school, right? Because again, there's a lot of teaching going on here. This could also be love growing on someone, but as you have to do it in an unorthodox way, or showing people a new way of doing things. We have the King of Wands and the King of Cups. We also have the Queen of Swords here. We're just missing Earth. So yeah, a faculty, maybe a group of people that all have different ideas, but they have their own genius way of doing things. Let me take a look at this. Yeah, just like we have all the pages, we're missing an Earth page. That's interesting. So we got the Page of Cups, the Page of Wands, and the Page of Swords. And then now down here we have the King of Cups, the King of Wands, and the Queen of Swords. So a strong, passionate leader, someone very creative, possibly someone very active. Could be a model, right? A content creator. Maybe they work in gym or something like that. It could be a PE teacher or something like that. Someone very motivational. The King of Cups, someone very empathic and intuitive, some sort of a healer or spiritualist, a singer or a dancer, right? Even a comedian. News anchor, I like to always throw in there, right? A truth teller here with the Queen of Swords. They hear people out. This could be a counselor or a teacher. With it being Libra, possibly dealing with politics as well, right? Subtle communication, or the politics of life, the politics of love, the politics of communication, right? The politics of your body, right? Teaching people about themselves, right? The more people value themselves, the more they'll value the things around them. Yeah, this is very spiritual here. We got two twos, the Two of Swords and the Two of Pentacles. Indecision here. With a little bit of juggling here. So uncertainty. It can go either way. Knowledge is power, right? It all depends on what you do with it. Nonetheless, starting some sort of a new journey financially and mentally. We have, thinking of school ending and then school beginning again for whatever reason. We have the Three of Wands. So a journey, meeting someone halfway, wanting to take action. The plan is already, they're about to get ready to execute something here. We also have Five of Pentacles, a change up in the finances. Yeah, some sort of a journey, displacement. Going from home to home. Is this a foreign exchange student? I'm not sure. Or is this a step parent? Or what do they call them? Power of attorneys, but not that serious. It's almost like a guardian, parental guardian or something like that. having a family outside of the home, right? They would say blood is thicker than water, but it could also be vice versa as well. We have the 8 of Wands, the 9 of Wands, and 3 tens. So we have the 8 of Wands and 9 of Wands. A great journey. A lot of exercise going on here. Yeah, so this is repetitiveness here. This is doing something over and over and over until you try to get as close to perfection as you can. Now, with these being wands, it has to be something physical. Now, again, this could be traveling, some sort of a journey, or hands-on training is what I'm getting. Okay, so these could be teachers that do a lot of hands-on training. A little bit of guarded and a little bit of defensiveness, but again, this could be something new for someone. A lot of sexual, doesn't necessarily have to be sexual, but I mean, it's your energy, sexual energy here, your sacral chakra, your creativity. We have the 3 tens, 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, and 10 of Swords. The abundance in the situation, again, generating legacy. I'm getting history as well. Having to know where you came from in order to get where you're headed, right? The path has 2 directions. The path least traveled. Also backtracking. I'm getting like leaving behind, what is it? How people, when they don't want to get lost in the forest, they leave behind breadcrumbs. Yeah, okay. That's what I'm getting off of the 10 of Pentacles. And then we have, of course, it's great abundance, right? Leaving behind lessons, right? Leaving behind a legacy, abundance, right? A way on how to get things done and success. And then we have the 10 of Cups, family, great abundance, wish fulfillment, a lot of love, a lot of intuition and empathy. Yep. And then we have the 10 of Swords, a lot of ideas, a lot of notes, dealing with a lot of sleeplessness. Again, I'm getting, if I'm to be honest with you, I'm getting campfire story vibes again. This could be a way of teaching. So an idea that I'm getting in my head is making teaching fun, right? Now, I kind of spoke this into an existence, and I didn't even realize it till a few months ago. It's been about 3 years or so since I've been on my spiritual journey. And when I used to record myself giving motivational speakers, I was talking about how everyone, they learn inside buildings, right? You go to school, you go to colleges, and everyone is teaching inside of some sort of a classroom. But we need to have teachers and naturalists and spiritualists that actually, why can't the teachers bring their desk outside? And lo and behold, I'm pretty much taking on that path myself, right? They say if you see something going on and you see a problem, why don't you fix it? And slowly the YouTube channel is growing. Let's see what we have at the bottom of the deck here for Cancer, right? Yeah, and in my rising sign is Cancer, which is how I come off to the world, right? Your sun sign is what you look like to people, or your personality. The moon sign is your emotions, right? Your nurturing energy, how you were treated by your parents. And then your rising sign is your true nature and how you come off to the world, not necessarily how you look, like the sun card. So under the 3 of Swords, we can even have a teacher that's upset that some of these kids ain't paying attention. We got Judgment, right? The horn, giving a speech, letting something be known here, blowing the whistle, but he's literally blowing the horn. My dad is a shofar, right? We, yeah, Judgment. So a judgment call being made, finalization of something here. Again, this could be getting the attention of children, right? The loudest voice in the room should be the teacher's room, or the teacher's voice, right? Everyone quiet while the teacher's talking, or at least teaching a very valuable lesson here. Yeah, intuition. Definitely could be spiritual, some sort of a spiritual class, right? I was, again, talking to these people earlier about how, or we were discussing how they don't necessarily teach politics in school. They didn't necessarily teach religion in school either, right? No Bibles in a school. But this is illusions, right? Smoke screens. This is spirituality and intuition, the 7 of Cups. Having multiple options. Someone could see you as having multiple options. Or you could see someone as having multiple options. I'm not going to, oof. We got the 6 of Cups, the 2 of Cups, and the Empress at the bottom of the deck, Divine Feminine, which is a teacher. Very abundant. So we had a lot Yeah, strong Cancerian vibes here. Now the Empress is Libra, Taurus energy. Mother's love, right? So yeah, you actually have to love your job. You actually have to love teaching. You have to make teaching fun here. There's a lot of intuition. We had 3 aces show up here in the Ace of Swords, Ace of Cups, and the Ace of Wands. So new thought forms, new ideas, brand new activities showing up. Could be adventure, could be love, right? All these sorts of things. That's what I have for you here, Power 1 Cancer. Hopefully you enjoyed the reading. There are other Cancerian readings on the channel as well. Catch you guys on the next one. Peace. That was a good reading. Oof, I stretched the legs out a little bit. Oh, my leg fell asleep. Let's see, Pile 2 or Deck 2, Choice 2. With the Modern Witch Tarot. Let's see your messages for today. Make sure you come into the reading, liking, subscribing. Tell a friend about the YouTube channel so that we add value and we continue to grow the page, right? Spread this knowledge, spread this wisdom. That leg super fell asleep. Need to put a cape on that leg. Maybe someone needs to wrap their leg or something like that. Exercise your legs. There we go. I feel the blood flowing and rushing through my leg now. Maybe I need to get a tripod. You guys want to see my face, huh? All right, Cancer, Pile 2 with the Modern Witch Tarot deck. Let's see what lessons, I guess, or what messages Spirit has for you regarding your current energies, what's surrounding you, what's coming towards you. All right. Hopefully you're able to pull some messages from today's therapeutic session. Grand storytelling. Woo! That leg, I feel like it weighs a ton right now. That's the only thing about sitting Indian style for a long time. Legs start to fall asleep. Oh, my beautiful face. Feel so much better. Any jumpers? Yeah, there we go. I'm not gonna take that one, but we do have a jumper here. The Two of Cups, friendship. Offering a cup here. So what I was gonna say, she looks Asian. She looks black. So before I stepped out of the library, I saw a black woman, a dark-skinned woman with a white baby. Literally a white, maybe it was a 2-year-old toddler. And I was thinking, that's strange. She's pretty dark-skinned, but she has a light-skinned child. Now I also have a stepsister who's Beyonce-ish, and she has white children from a white guy. But yeah, some sort of an maybe someone's coming towards you with some sort of an interracial friendship or interracial relationship. Now, agape love is agape love, Cancer. I'm sure a mother could appreciate that. All right? Seeing 4333. Let's see, any more jumpers for Cancerian and Pile 2? No jumpers. All right, let's get into your message today. Your grounded message here for Pile 2 Cancer. You got the Ace of Cups, so there's a lot of love showing up. Pile 1 has similar energy. Ace of Cups is grounding your reading today, so some sort of a new love coming towards you, an offer. Someone's bringing you a cup. This could even be experiencing empathy, great empathy from or towards someone. It could also be intuition firing up here, someone's psychic abilities. Nine of Pentacles. Could be going to some sort of a tarot reader or some sort of a spiritualist. The funny thing is, over the past few months, I've been noticing so many palm readings, psychic tarot readings, storefronts. But this is abundance. This is being independent. This is the harvest. So someone financially stable and well off, possibly have their own home, car, right? Independence. Yeah, you have an independent person coming towards someone, or this is what someone's offering you, independent here. Expensive friendship, possibly even. That's weird. Could be someone showing you how to monetize your talent here. Six of Cups. Yep. Love, memories, friendship, offering a cup. This could also be an apology here. It could also be medicine. Again, this could be showing someone how to use their intuition, using their psychic gifts. I don't think there's anyone more empathic than Cancer. There's different levels of psychic capabilities. And I look at being psychic as a sort of art form. It's like being artistic, right? Some people are just geniuses at music. Some people are genius painters. Some people are even genius and gifted speakers. But definitely an offer coming towards you. Ace of Cups, Six of Cups. First card out was the Two of Cups, Nine of Pentacles. So again, someone's showing you how to monetize your art or your talent here. Yeah, how to get paid, reciprocation here. Now, this could even be someone reciprocating something to you. Maybe you did a nice gesture to someone and someone's paying you back. Some sort of a payoff or some sort of a show of appreciation here. Two sixes back to back. Four of Swords. Rest. Now, this is reflecting, right? Psychic gifts or intuition. Maybe even some sort of I don't know why it's coming off as a sleep gift. Someone offering you rest. This could even be dream interpretations here. Yeah, and it could be healing, like acupuncture or something like that. Massage therapy, yeah, the healing hand offering the cup. Reiki or something like that. So could possibly be dealing with some sort of a doctor. This could be health insurance. Maybe you want to invest more in your health. Remember, your health is your wealth. What else are we getting here for Pile 2? Heartbreak here. Three of Swords. Third parties and cheating. For Cancer. So hesitancy. You could be dealing with fake love. I'm getting that song Drake energy. Someone trying to drain you of your energy here, or someone taking someone's love for granted here, or someone's friendship or kindness for granted. Yeah, this is why you surround yourself with genuine people. Why you should. We have the Star, Aquarius. A child here, or wish fulfillment, or wish being granted here. So yeah, you're being looked at as wish fulfillment, or you're looking at someone as wish fulfillment. Maybe there was cheating here. Again, yeah, people want something so bad, and then when they get it, they fumble it. Yep. It comes out on top of Nine of Pentacles. Now, why waste a wish on money? Again, there's a lot of talent being developed here, or a strong friendship or connection. Another way this is coming off is having friends in high places. Now, the value of friendship shouldn't be tested off of egotistical things. If you have friends in high places, you have to realize that they can't be at your beck and call all the time. The reason that they're high value friends is because they have their own lives. They have their own art. They have their own things that they have to take care of. Right? One call away is what I'm getting, or how they say Jesus, or what is it? Always on time, Ashanti and Ja Rule song. Or Jesus may not always show up, but he always shows up at the right time. Kind of like how he'd hand you something hard, but only because he knows that you can get through it here, not to get too religious. Two of Pentacles, yeah, juggling at this time. Now, this could be a loss of a friend. or the loss of perceived value of in a friendship here. The Queen of Cups. What are we getting here? The Six of Pentacles. Definitely could be a doctor or a nurse. Could be an at-home nurse or some sort of a doula. Maybe someone missed an appointment here. Maybe it's not cheating. Someone possibly missed some sort of a doctor's appointment, surgeon appointment, or maybe someone needed to see some sort of a specialist, or maybe they need to make an appointment. This could be an upcoming appointment. Yeah. Yeah. Don't. What am I getting? Come on, spit it out. This would be like paying for a flight ticket, but then missing your flight. So this would be like setting up an appointment meeting with someone, but then missing the meeting. And then vice versa, having friends in high places realize that they can't answer the phone when they're in an important business meeting. This could also be, maybe a father is missing the birth of a child. Can't even put that any other way, right? Oh, maybe the mother is missing the birth of a child. Now, this could be a miscarriage as well. This could be a mother waiting on the opportunity to become a mother. Then she gets bad news from a doctor here. Possibly a family doctor. Possibly, someone that you grew up with that knows you. Which would be a family doctor, right? They spanked you when you came out of your mom. And now they're trying to teach you how to have a child. Right? I don't want to talk about bad news again. Yeah, they don't want to give you the talk. The King of Cups, look at that. Showing up right after the Queen of Cups. So a male doctor, a healer, right? Could be something like massage therapy or something like that. This could definitely be a spiritualist or some sort of an empathic individual. But yeah, back to back, the Queen of Cups and the King of Cups. This is divine partnership. Twin flame union here. Soulmates. Lifelong partners is what I'm getting. Again, that could be like a doctor that known you since the day you was born. I'm getting some sort of an emotional therapist as well. This could be like a love doctor or a love guru. Like how in some cultures the families set two people up to be married. I forgot what they call it, planned wedding or something like that. Yeah, this could be like people around you that know you or that you grew up with. People around you or that you grew up with they know you the best, so they're setting you up with someone that they feel that you can grow love with here. Maybe you have reservations about it here, which is why the Three of Swords and the Two of Cups shows up, right? No one likes well, I guess it's not about what you like or what you want all the time. It's about what you need and what's best for you, right? The doctor would know best, right? Really, honestly, you should know yourself the best, but people don't really invest in themselves that much. So, a doctor. But yeah, we have a group of people around you, possibly, again, soulmates, families, trying to set you up for marriage. You never know. This could be your twin flame or your divine counterpart with the Queen and King of Cups showing up. This could be two empathic or two intuitive individuals, sharing a cup together. Past life connection here is what I'm getting with the memories. Yeah, wish fulfillment, star children. The star card, wish fulfillment. Nine of Pentacles, abundance, working together to create some sort of an empire. Six of Pentacles, even equal give and take and reciprocation, matching each other's energy here. Yeah, there's going to be children involved in this situation. They're even going to be therapists to each other. Yeah. This would be like birds of a feather flocking together, right? Like a doctor marrying a doctor, or a professor marrying a professor, or a teacher marrying a teacher. Something like that. A spiritualist marrying another spiritualist. Yep, Ace of Swords, the truth. Honest communication, new thought forms even, a new idea or an aha moment. Could be dealing with an air sign, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. Yeah, the truth is going to cut, whatever misunderstandings here, there's going to be light or truth. some sort of a wisdom, mental power brought to the situation here. You're gonna be able to connect on a mental level. Yeah. Someone could be mute or someone could be deaf, but yeah, love conquers all. Right? You better learn sign language. Or you can just simply pass notes back around. And I talked about this before, women or men, you know. Different love languages is what I'm getting for POW too. So yeah, acts of love or things like that. I mean, people like to be confirmed. People like verbal communication and things like that. So I understand. But what if that man, right? He got hit in the head, right? And he lost his ability to speak and he couldn't tell you he loved you anymore. Obviously, acts of love would be providing a roof over your head, buying you gifts and roses and all that sort of thing, right? It's about showing love, displaying love, not necessarily saying it all the time, right? How many times can you say something? But there's different ways of showing someone something here. So yeah. That's just an example of what I'm getting here. I'm also getting being with someone through thick and thin, even through the hard times, right? Again, that's why we have these emotional therapists here. They're going to be able to, you or whoever this is, this person that's connecting with someone else, is definitely going to be able to connect with the person that they're coming into union with here. They're like best friends, right? Yeah. Again, twin flames. I don't know how many different ways I can put it. Your other half. People would say your better half, but why don't you just say your other half? 5 of Pentacles. Yeah, going through the hard times. Which there won't be a whole lot of hard times, believe it. Believe it or not. Someone could have moved away here. Yeah, there was also, we're dealing with separation here. Yeah. This could be a couple and having time apart from each other, or yet a soulmate or a twin flame before they actually come into contact with each other here. They're experiencing this separation anxiety, uncomfortableness, right? We would call it being away from home from a long time, being homesick, right? Someone losing their shit or not having their shit together, right? Once the comfortability goes away. 9 of Wands, the wounded warrior. Yeah, someone's wounded here, a traveler. Now this is karmic cycles here. Again, closing out these karmic cycles before you come into union with someone. They're juggling. 2 of Pentacles, 6 of Cups. This could be, it's like, you want to know the worst thing? Well, one of the worst things is seeing the finish line, but not being able to get to it. So this could be anxiety that they're dealing with here. Yeah, some sort of a physical anxiety, possibly sexual frustration. Wanting to pour their cup of love all over you. Aw. Justice, yep. Comes out on top of Queen of Cups, 6 of Pentacles. This is the relationship card. This is the justice card, right and wrong, yin and yang, up and down, man and woman, light and dark. Also business, right? Again, they're going to be best friends. Be having a business with each other, right? Your family is your first business, right? Your home, the first house you purchase is your first business, right? Ace of Wands, yeah, they're sexually frustrated. A lot of creativity here, a lot of passion, a lot of excitement, yeah, and a lot of inciting here, like inciting someone to take action, right? There's a lot of creativity here. Yeah, Justice came out on top of the Queen of Cups, and then Ace of Wands came out on top of the King of Cups. Yeah, look at this. This is so much sex here. She's laying on the bed holding her stomach. You know this is about to be a baby pregnancy here. And this is supposed to be the king, so this is the man, right? With the male phallus, creativity. And then look at this. This is obviously the feminine here, Justice. And the reciprocation, right? Or the nurturing nature of a feminine. Getting grace, charity, yep, justice, right? Hope, that sort of thing. Is someone going to name their child Hope? or justice. Let's see. What do we have? What else do we have? We have the Knight of Pentacles. Yep, a slow-moving offering. Yeah, and this is why there's anxiety here. This is why the Three of Swords came out because they feel like it's never going to happen. It's heartbreak. There could even be some sort of a karmic situation happening here because I do see a lot of sexual frustration. Someone's trying to hold off from doing something that they don't want to do. Tell you something a little personal. Now, I always wanted to be married one day, right? Going through my whole spiritual journey and that sort of thing, but I do have 2 children, right? That were produced out of a karmic relationship. And I don't necessarily feel bad about it, but once I do come into union with my person or find a person that I'm going to be spending the rest of my life with, right? We might have to have that talk about why I didn't wait to be married to have kids, but that's typically a conversation that you would have with anyone, right? We forget that we're supposed to be virgins until marriage. But yeah, simple conversation, right? You look to your right, you look to your left. No one waited until marriage to have sex or waited till they got married to have kids, right? Some of us think of that as a waste of time. But there's nothing new under the sun, right? We've seen these happen for centuries. I'm pretty sure this has been happening for millions of years. Men having families, multiple children, and that sort of thing. Yeah, time. Why didn't you wait? Damn, someone's throwing that conversation heavy. 7 of Pentacles on top of 5 of Pentacles, on top of the Star, on top of the 9 of Pentacles, right? I was going to give you everything you wanted. Why didn't you wait? Wish fulfillment showing up in the Star, right? Planting or growth or gardening a situation, right? 7 to me is literally an hourglass. So this could be something that you're currently going through or what's coming up for you. All right, Cancer, pile 2, the Hangman, more waiting here. They're definitely waiting around, whoever this is. So this is a very personal reading here for Cancer. This is enlightenment, possibly dealing with a Pisces, right? Symbolizing big dreams, higher forms of consciousness, that sort of thing. Getting a different perspective on something. But yeah, someone's person is waiting. They've been juggling. They've been thinking about the past. They've went through some sort of a past life regression here. I'm even getting Akashic Records vibes from the Hang one. Juggling multiple lives and things like that. Learning the truth of who you are. Look at that. Before I could even finish it, Queen of Swords came out again, which is Libra, which is justice. You have two queens in the same row. So yeah, hearing someone out, a conversation. This could be counseling or teaching as well. Definitely dealing with a professional, possibly a motivational speaker. Someone very thoughtful. 8 of Cups. The disconnect here, the separation. More separation anxiety, detaching or letting go. Coming out of this karmic situation here. Or learning how to let go of pretty much anything. You don't necessarily want to force love. What do they say? You let it go. If it comes back to you, it's meant to be. But this is basically learning to love oneself, right? Everything you need is inside of you. We shouldn't be attached to materialistic things. We shouldn't even be trying to put a chokehold on love, right? The things that we try to hold on to the most are the things that get taken away because you're so focused on manifesting it, right? You're so focused on what the things that can go bad that you actively manifest it without you even knowing, right? Which could be love, right? Someone that's always focused on love instead of loving themselves, right? They'll never find it. What else do we have here? The 9 of Cups, wish fulfillment, contentment, exactly what I was talking about. Once you get out of this 8 of Cups and you learn to detach, you get into the 9 of Cups, which is self-love, self-care, right? Attracting everything you want, contentment, realizing that you hold the abundance to your own heart. You hold the keys to your own heart. Again, when people see you in this state of mind or permeating this type of energy, they know how to step to you. They are attracted to things like that. We're attracted to, what do women say? They're attracted to a man's confidence. Confidence is basically a man loving himself and being confident. There goes that word again. In the things that he does. Confidence is what? Trusting in oneself. Leading oneself. Why do we always try to be the lead? Why do we always try to lead other people instead of leading ourselves, right? And a leader shouldn't have to force people to follow them. That's not leadership, right? But Nine of Cups, wish fulfillment, as someone sees you as. They see you as their heart joy. Went from the Two of Cups to the Nine of Cups. Not sure if they're crushing on you, if they just haven't told you yet. Obviously, if this is separation and they haven't come into union yet, they haven't been able to tell you here. The other side of the moon. But this is a mother's love here. This is more Piscean energy, dreams, sleep, visions. So they could have been having wet dreams about you here. They could have been astral traveling to you here. You could be dealing with a spiritualist, a tarot reader, or something like that. Yeah. Or someone very artistic and intuitive, right? Someone very empathic. Hey, what's going on?
I didn't see you in business. So.
Is it a business card?
Talking on the phone.
Business card?
The future, man.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord of the Rings. You know all about that.
Yep.
Yeah. So what do you think the future with all this stuff going on, everything? It seems like we should be a sequel to another Batman movie, Gotham City.
Well, you know, the world is going through a death and rebirthing process at this time. It's going to be a natural flow. We probably won't even notice it. Want to hear something even more funny? They say we are only using 5%, 10% of our brain, most half of us, or even less than that.
Yeah.
Technology even. You know what we're going to be able to do with technology in the future? We probably won't even need it.
If you can think of it, it's already being done. Right?
Exactly. There are going to be some of us that can actually fly one day instead of having to get into an airplane.
Yeah. The sky's the limit. How about, did you know that resonates with what's actually in the Bible, that they're not telling us at the Easter Bunny Santa Claus church?
Of course.
But don't give up on the Bible, because the Bible has, 66 books, 39 Hebrew. But Hebrew was what they were using when they started the Christian movement.
Right.
And what Jesus did was actually a demo of what he's going to do to restore the earth back to the way it was originally intended. And we think that really, really closely it adheres to the Bible prophecy. That sign is many faceted. But one of the thing is, I don't know, you a Bible reader?
Not really too much. I've tried to read it a few times, but
you got a smartphone. Probably
I understand
it. To the computer or whatever. JW.org is on there.
Okay.
I put my name on there about the future. It's like coincidental, because I didn't know you were going to bring up that subject. But one of the videos, I usually send it to the guy's phone so you can do whatever you're doing. But it's 1914. None of the religions, Christian, are saying anything about 1914. But the chronology lines up, and all of the things that would happen, that Jesus said the appointed time, he said it hadn't happened in his day. Daniel talked about the last days, right?
Right.
Paul says that it's forward. Could we be living in the last days? And did that all start in 1914? So it's an interesting thing. I put my number on it.
I got you.
Hit me back, and we could line up something, get some coffee, or do something. What's that?
You see that?
Ace of Cups.
And then you see this here? It's a hand.
Well, look, say your name.
But yeah, man, I'm deeply entrenched in this here right now. It was good to meet you. My name's Tony.
Okay, Tony. Hit me back, say, hey, let's do coffee sometime. Tell me around your schedule. I got a easier schedule.
All right, man.
All right?
I'll let you know.
1914.
You take it easy.
Find it out.
All right, be safe. Well, how about that? You witnessed it right there on the camera. You witnessed it. Usually I tell people to F off, but you know, being nice and nurturing today as my Cancerian nature would have me be. Let's see. The Tower card. What did I just tell him? That the world is going through a death and rebirthing process at this time. Transformation to hang one, enlightenment. How, yeah, we'll indeed be able to. What do you think Superman was created from, right? The cave paintings and all that type of stuff, right? He went from, even he evolved himself. He went from leaping tall buildings in a single bound to flying, right? I made the joke yesterday, it's a bird, it's a plane, but people are always attracted to me down here on the earth plane, and I said, hey, he's on the ground, let's go towards him. Scorpionic energy, esoteric and occult information. But yeah, this could definitely be the destruction of some sort of a tower, an aha moment for someone. New form of enlightenment here. Knowledge here. Could even be an investigation. We have the magician. A strong manifester here. Someone that's definitely enlightened. They see the world. They see a world in a different way than other people see the world. Actively manifesting here. Using their own potential and their own light. Look at what we have. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. We have our last card, the Lovers. So someone's actively manifesting it. If I was to look at just these two rows here, because we have the Magician, the Queen of Swords, Justice, and the Queen of Swords with 6 of Pentacles. Right? A lot of reds and blues here. Possibly, yeah, with both the King and Queen of Cups. Strong lovers, possibly like to be around water and that sort of thing. A lot of cleansing energy. It's funny. And then the Lovers, which was the last card out. 8 of Cups, Ace of Wands, King of Cups, 4 of Swords. So definitely some sort of a soulmate, a twin flame union here that you're currently manifesting, or someone's manifesting this at this time. Either they're manifesting you, or again, I mean, whatever the mind is, whatever's constantly on the mind is going to manifest somehow, right? It's just, are you doing it in a toxic karmic way, or are you actively learning, evolving, and putting in intention into things you do, right? Like I said, why wish for money? Why waste a wish on money? There was the movie Leprechaun, right? He asked the leprechaun for his what is it? What did they say you could find at the end of the rainbow? A pot of gold. Yeah, he wished for the pot of gold, and he wasn't intentional with his wish. And what did the leprechaun do in that horror movie? He gave him the pot of gold. He put it right in his stomach, and his stomach burst open, right? So you have to be intentional about the things that you're manifesting in life, whether it's love, abundance, friendship, access to access. Okay, the Wind. Do you want to cooperate, Wind? Okay. All right, so Cancerian, let's go ahead and grab the major arcanas for you. We'll close out this reading. I should have actually put them on camera. I didn't put anything on camera for you guys today. Usually I put something on camera. He probably would have ran off if I put him on camera, though. Yeah, but it wasn't him. It was a group of them. They pulled up in their SUV. The 2 women, black women. It's interesting that it was 2 black women and 1 white guy. The 2 black women went into the library, and then he just walked up to me, and that's what I put in his face. I'm like, look at this. The Ace of Cups, and then this guy, the Bible. I was going to rant to him about bibliomancy and cartomancy. But he kind of had an idea of what it was. But, you know, these Jehovah's Witnesses and whoever these people are, you know, you'll end up talking to them for hours and hours and hours. Let's start with air energy. We have Aquarius and the Star. We have Libra and Justice, and Gemini and the Lovers. I like to see it. Open, honest, and truthful communication, right? Again, they're going to be able to be each other's doctor, right? They're going to be each other's healers, right? This is union, destiny. We also have the hang one, we have the tower, and we have the moon. So Pisces showing up twice. We have the tower, Scorpio, and the moon, which I used to think of it as Cancer, but it's also Piscean energy. A lot of water energy, definitely dealing with some sort of people would call them a witch or an illusionist, right? Very empathic and very intuitive, right? Could be a clairvoyant like myself, a psychic or a tarot reader. Could even be a singer, dancer, or some sort of again, bringing out the emotions of people, some sort of a performer. And then a magician, right? A stage magician. Someone that actively manifests the world that they want around them. A leader. Or, as I would like to say, this is what a god looks like. We have aces showing up here. Ace of Wands, Ace of Swords. my new sex positions combo. But new and higher thoughts of higher forms of thought. And actively manifesting here, right? The magician with their wand, right? Passion, creativity, burst of energy, passion, and that sort of thing. The high court cards. We have the King and Queen of Cups, right? The spiritualists, the intuitive ones here, the star children, the twin flames, the indigo children, right? Making a connection with each other, right? Gonna produce something very fruitful here. This is the energy surrounding you. Maybe you're witnessing this. And then we have the Queen of Swords, hearing people out, motivational speakers, thought provokers, language and that sort of thing. Not necessarily carrying out judgment, but being counselors and offering advice. Now, what do we have here? Two of Cups, Two of Pentacles. Balancing their love for each other. Balancing their personal life and their professional lives here. That's what I'm channeling. And then we have, I forgot about the Knight of Pentacles. So yeah, that slow love after. I forgot that the twin flames are dealing with anxiety here. They know that it's a part of themselves that's missing. So going through sexual frustration, maybe even some sort of a mental anxiety or something like that. Possibly coming out of toxic and karmic relationships as well, right? You only know what you want after, like I said, you have to be a holy person. Not HOLY, holy, well-rounded, in order to know what you want and don't want, right? You wouldn't know what a nice sunny day is if it was just sunny all the time and we didn't have rain and thunderstorms. We forget that the rain comes through for a reason to wash away all the bad shit that happened. Three of Swords, which is that anxiety, that breakup, or that third party energy here. Again, grounding the reading was the ace, so we've seen three aces show up. We have Four of Swords. Self-reflecting, that sort of thing. Sleep. Could even be dream weaving. We have fives. Yeah, we have, I think, all of the numbers here. So a grand crescendo. Yeah, this is a long story here. Five of Pentacles, displacement. Could even be going through some sort of a financial difficulty. A shakeup in what makes one comfortable, right? Again, we had the whole story about how couples are sometimes put together by families. We have the Six of Cups and Six of Pentacles. The love, the grace being offered here, the reciprocation, the memories that are being created or are going to be created. We have the Seven of Pentacles, the time spent, the growth, the maturity of a situation, gardening this love, making sure the right recipes are in this situation, right? The reciprocity. We have the Eight of Cups, detaching, right? Only to come back to this love, past life love here. And then we have three nines, right? Nines are about karmic energies here, but we have the Nine of Wands, the wounded warrior, the Nine of Cups, contentment, right? Self-love and that sort of thing, and the Nine of Pentacles, being independent and abundant, right? So you want to go through this process of elimination is how it's coming out, or a process of transformation in order to get to this Ace of Cups. So that's what I have for you here today, Cancer. Let's see, any more messages at the bottom of the deck? Ace of Pentacles. So we had all aces show up for the divine counterpart. So yeah, You nurture something right, you grow at something right, you garden something right, you have a harvest or an abundance, or the love actually is worth something, right? This is commitment. Yeah, children, like I said, the Four of Swords showing up, the Star Child and Aquarius showing up, and we have the Sun card. So I'm not even going to pull any more cards. Joy, abundance, a gift, an offering, illumination, enlightenment, a spiritual awakening, union, all these great things we like to hear about. So like, subscribe, share with a friend about the YouTube channel so that we can have the channel grow, add more value, and that I continue to put out these readings for the collective. Catch you guys on the next one, pal, too. See you later, Cancer. Stay hydrated.